This Impact Wrestling review was brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Try it. It's better than sex.
So yes, we brushed through that because we knew none of you guys would really give a shit about that. What you really give a shit about is who we're going to award the next British Fist YWC Slammy to. And this award is for the Best TNA Reviewer Award. Got the envelope here. It goes to none other than Full Killer 99, and there are many reasons why it goes to Full Killer 99, because quite frankly, I think personally, from a personal basis, the Schleg Daddy does good TNA reviews, we do good TNA reviews, I feel, but I think the cut of the jib is definitely Full Killer in the way he conducts, not just does his reviews, but the way he conducts his reviews as well.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I never thought I would win. I'm so surprised I didn't even have a speech prepared. Pause, wait for laugh. This is such a huge honor, and to be honest, I really thought Schleg Daddy would win this one. But since I managed to edge him out this year, I'd just like to ask that punk-ass Smokey, how does it feel to know that you backed the wrong horse? Ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. Hashtag innocent. I want to thank all my subscribers, my friends at TNAasylum.com, and the British Fist for creating this prestigious award. And I'd just like to say that for a guy who started out making crappy videos in a basement somewhere, it really means the world to me to know that dreams really do come true. Thank you, everyone! I did it! Yes! Ha ha! Woo! Yeah! USA! 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 Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw the little crack you threw in there. Funny stuff. Just for the record, though, I can have a lot more subscribers if I talk about WWE more. I just don't want to. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Look, I gotta make the video, alright? Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. Happy holidays, everyone! And I'm happy to say that Christmas came early for me this year. Because for once, 4th Dimension Full Killer will not, I repeat, not be joining me while I do the Impact review. He's off somewhere still trying to prove that I'm the one who's financing the Aces and Eights. Although between you and me, I think he's just bent out of shape over losing the British Fist Best Character Slammy Award to you-know-who. At any rate, with Christmas just a few days away, and the possible end of the world the following Friday, which now turns out to have been a big bust, thanks for getting us all worked up for nothing, you Mayan jerks, you knew we probably weren't going to get any major events or talking points on this show. Much like the earlier Thanksgiving episode, this was really just TNA stalling until it was time to kick things into gear again. Now, there was some entertaining stuff that happened, we just had to sift through a lot of filler to get to it. We start with Kurt Angle versus Devon for the TV title. Surprisingly, not much was made of the fact that the Aces and Eights injured Kurt's knee the week before, which was weird. I thought they'd want to play that up. It's pretty hard for me to get interested in anything the Aces and Eights do at this point. This angle has lost me. It's not going anywhere. I really just want it to end. I don't care about Devon as the TV champion. I don't care about Kurt Angle trying to become the TV champion. You can't book a guy like Devon to be this competitive against Kurt Angle. I just don't buy it, and I never will. The match feels way too long. The Aces and Eights get involved predictably. Samoa Joe, Wes Briscoe, and Garrett Bischoff get involved too. There's another big brawl, because TNA just can't seem to get enough of those. And Kurt Angle loses because of interference. I'm sorry, but I barely paid attention to this match. All this Angle is doing now is making me care less about Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. And if the rumors are true that TNA plan on stretching this crap out until Lockdown, not looking forward to that at all. It's been months of this stuff. Can we just get to the point? Please.
I will not participate in this charade this evening.
So Kenny King and Bob Van Dam were forced to team up together against Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan. And after how his match with Kenny ended last week, you knew this wasn't going to end well for Van Dam, didn't you? They seem to be working well together until Morgan gets Kenny lined up for the carbon footprint, and then Kenny's like, "Peace, dude, I'm out." So Kenny just bails, and Morgan nails Van Dam instead. Hey, how's your face? Good stuff. So Kenny's being sneaky, trying to get Van Dam softened up so he can take the X Division title from him, hopefully at Genesis. Van Dam looks like a jackass. I got no complaints. And it's great to have an actual feud for the X Division title finally, rather than just champion versus the challenger of the week. That's a big improvement. Hulk Hogan basically says that TNA was just a teeny tiny company until he got there, and now it's this huge monster that's primed to explode, even though the ratings were higher before Hogan showed up than they are now. Just saying. Then the Aces and Eights show up, and they say that 2013 is going to be the year of the Aces and Eights.
No, no, no.
Fuck that. 2013 needs to be when this Aces and Eights angle is put out of its misery. So they try to attack Hogan, but unfortunately Bully Ray shows up before they can lay a hand on him. And despite the fact that they have the numbers advantage, the Aces and Eights back off like little girls from Bully Ray and a crippled old man.
Oh, what a bunch of bull.
Wow, I can't imagine why this faction isn't working anymore. If only there were some clue.
This whole show is ridiculous!
Then Hogan gives Bully the brush off, and I really don't know what the point of this segment was. What, to show that Hogan is still pissed about all the fellatio that's been going on between his daughter and Bully Ray? We already knew that. And basically this entire segment was filler. Unless they were foreshadowing that Bully Ray is involved with the Aces and Eights after all, then nothing was progressed on that front. Although I think we learned that the Armbreaker is the vice president. I believe Devon referred to him as that at one point, so that's something, I guess. But then came an absolutely fantastic segment. Kazarian gets some mic time. I continue to be impressed with how much better Kaz's promos have gotten. And he introduces Christopher Daniels, and then they bring out the man of the hour, the one and only Saint Nick himself, Santa Claus! We got Santa in the house! How awesome was this? And they had Daniels sit on Santa's lap like a 5-year-old kid, and he says he's been a good boy because he rid TNA of AJ Styles. and they're just trashing AJ through this whole thing, and I'm cracking up. This was hilarious. And then James Storm came out and super kicked Santa in the face. Shame on you, James Storm. How dare you? How dare you? That one last call put you on the naughty list. You can expect a big lump of coal in your stocking on Christmas morning, young man. If this was setting up a Storm Daniels feud, that's cool. If not, then it was filler, but goddamn, it was entertaining filler. This could have only been brought to us by Bad Influence, who have become one of the highlights of this show every single week. And I'm so happy that their push has continued since they lost the tag titles. Oh, and by the way, our boring-ass tag team champions, Los Stereotypicos, not even on the show. It's Championship Thursday, and this month the focus was the Knockouts title. Doesn't it make this whole gimmick kind of pointless when you've got multiple title matches happening on this show? As usual, the selection process makes little to no sense at all. Velvet Sky is one of the final two, and I know that's to drive storylines and stuff, but it still makes no sense. Velvet has done nothing to earn a title shot and has absolutely no argument. She says that she's been in the company for 5 years and never had a fair shot at the title, which is bullshit. She's had numerous fair shots at the title on pay-per-view and Impact, some not long before she left earlier this year. Hell, she once had 3 title shots in one night, for Christ's sake. She just couldn't get the job done. Oh, and by the way, she's also a former fucking Knockouts champion. But she conveniently left all that out. And why? To get people to feel sorry for her, because she knows she doesn't have a case otherwise.
This alleged superstar is an unworthy opponent.
Is it any wonder why I can't stand Velvet Sky as a babyface? She's a phony, insincere, lying hypocrite. And we're supposed to cheer for this woman? No, not gonna happen. I don't care how much she shakes her ass for the camera, her character is just fucking loathsome.
I cannot and will not demean myself by engaging this ignoramus this evening.
Aside from that BS, the selection process was quick and painless. Mickie James wins, that's fine. Her match with Tara is pretty much the same match they had at Final Resolution, but that doesn't mean it was bad. Although, the shit with Jesse Goddard's really got out of hand again. Just like before, he's interfering more than enough to get Tara DQ'd, but for some reason that doesn't happen. And why doesn't the referee just eject him from ringside? I don't know. Nevertheless, the match is still good, just a little frustrating. And we all knew the title wouldn't change hands because they're building toward Velvet Sky being the big challenger. Love it or hate it.
No! No! No!
Then we had another awesome video of Joseph Park training with Danny Davis at OVW.
Yes!
But as funny as this was, am I the only one who thinks that TNA missed a great opportunity by not having Bully Ray be Joseph's trainer? Think of the gold mine of entertainment they could have gotten from that.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Anyway, this was really cool because they showed a lot of the OVW regulars there, including the gut check winners. It was nice to see them again. Joseph is getting his ass kicked until he sees his own blood and he turns into a monster again. That's always fun when it happens. So he's making progress there. And, you know, just more great stuff from Joseph Park. I feel like I'm repeating myself an awful lot on this one, but I just love this character. And this is a character that so easily could have become a one-note comic relief cliche if it was handled poorly. But his development has been very subtle, and his performance is so good, with so many little touches that he puts into it. He disappears into this role. I don't even see the actor, Chris Park, I just see the character. And this whole Joseph Park creation, I just think it's brilliant. And then our main event is Hardy Aries 3 for the world title, which they really didn't hype up on this show as much as you'd think. And just 2 backstage interviews and that's it. Another very good match between these guys, and they actually gave this a lot of time too, close to 20 minutes. Unfortunately, by that point, you knew this was a filler show, so a title change was the last thing you expected. I mean, still had some great effort here, though. You know, they didn't half-ass it or anything. Rude interferes and costs Aries the win, so we're probably getting a triple threat at Genesis. I got no problem with that. And the show goes off the air with Hogan being disgusted when he sees his daughter and Bully Ray trying to give each other a tonsillectomy. No, I don't know why we're ending on that either. This was a filler show, but it wasn't a bad filler show. When WWE does filler shows, usually you'll get a bunch of random matches with no storyline attached and a whole bunch of really stupid comedy skits that aren't funny at all. Here we had some good wrestling, the comedy segments were very entertaining, and the matches at least had stories behind them, even if most of the stories weren't really advanced that much. So it was a decent show, it wasn't bad. It just didn't really do much to get me hyped for Genesis. Hopefully when the holidays are over after the new year, they'll get back to business. Oh, and it turns out that 1-3-13 is Sting. Damn it. Where is it? He has to be the one financing the aces and eights. It's the only thing that makes any sense. He must have money stashed around here somewhere. But I've looked all over the place. Or have I? Hello? What's this? A secret bank account? Perhaps one with which to finance the aces and eights? Gotcha!